I call it social media.
All right, tell me about it.
Imagine, if you will, the democratization of fame and success.
Ooh.
Used to be that in order to be a star in the entertainment industry, you had to be discovered, and what helped someone get discovered was a quality that made them stand out. Someone who could dance like Fred Astaire or Gene Kelly, someone who could sing like Frank Sinatra or Aretha Franklin, or someone with the raw charisma and presence of Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe, or Sidney Poitier. Or you could just be the child of someone important. That's always been a thing. But now, anyone can have an audience. Anyone can stand in the spotlight. Anyone can be a star. No one needs to be discovered anymore. Our proprietary algorithms will simply decide on a whim to put ordinary people in front of millions of eyeballs, and that'll be it. If you've got a camera and access to the internet, then congratulations, you have your very own primetime show that's written, directed, produced, edited by, and starring you. And best of all, it will never be taken off the air. It will run 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, worldwide, until the end of time as we know it. Provided, of course, that you're talented or have something of value to say. No, what? No, that's... Why the fuck would you think, look, we're going to algorithmically hand out fame and notoriety like it's free candy. Every time anyone from anywhere posts a video about literally anything to the internet, they'll just be pulling the lever on a slot machine in the world's biggest casino. And no matter what that video is, they have a very legitimate chance of hitting a jackpot and going viral. Well, we can't just make, like, anyone go viral for doing anything, can we? We can, and we will. Are we going to at least vet these people to see if they're decent human beings or reasonably safe to platform? What did I just say? We're democratizing entertainment. We're giving people the tools to make themselves overnight successes without having to navigate all the red tape and nepotism of the old world. Right, but why would we do that? Why would we just let anyone star in their own hit show? Shouldn't there be at least some discernment on our part? Shouldn't we be at least trying to make sure that the most quality content gets the furthest reach? I think I understand the problem. You seem to believe we're still in the business of making and selling a quality product. Quality stories, commentary, and analysis, quality life advice, ideas, and so on and so forth. We're not selling that anymore. We're not? Dear God, no. What are we selling? Ads. And data for ads based on the data that make the ads increasingly more hyper-specifically tailored to each individual person and their preferences. How do we get that amount of data? By keeping a captive audience of billions glued to our social media content feeds for as many hours a day as humanly possible. How do we do that? Endless content. Endless? Content, yes, content without end. Mainstream movie studios and television networks have to pay fleets of people to produce their media libraries. Streaming platforms like Netflix and Hulu may have a lot of content, but they don't have infinite content. They could never afford to make what we're going to make. You could watch everything worth watching on those platforms in a few years' time if you devoted yourself enough to it, but on our platforms, the scroll will be truly limitless. I'm talking more videos than you could ever feasibly consume if you watched all day, every day, for 1,000 lifetimes. And not just limitless videos, limitless genres. Well, there are only so many genres. That may be true for books and television, theater and film, any medium where quality and coherence are ostensibly goals in the creative process. But again, we're not pushing quality. We're not pushing coherent, cogent, worthwhile thoughts, characters, themes, or motifs. We're pushing anything. Anything? I told you, it's the democratization of entertainment. You keep saying that. I hate to split hairs here, but I'm not entirely sure that's what you've actually done. Democratizing entertainment would mean letting the public decide what they watch and who they deem worthy of their attention and adoration. But you're not letting people actively choose what to watch. You're letting a rogue algorithm feed them whatever it thinks they might watch. That's exactly why it's called a feed. So you're aware that you're doing that? Of course I'm fucking aware of it. Keep up. We're selling data to advertisers so they can make more specifically targeted ads. We gather the data by commanding attention. The more attention we are able to get from our users, the more data we can gather and sell to our advertisers. We're doing this on publicly traded platforms, which means we have a fiduciary responsibility to be able to scale and grow shareholder value exponentially on a quarterly basis. The only way to do this is by producing more content in more genres than can even be conceived of. The only way to produce that much content with that much variety is to create a ceaseless, ravenous workforce who will produce content nonstop for the chance to go viral and have their moment in the spotlight, while also simultaneously acting as the audience for that content. Problem is, if you make everybody famous, sooner or later all you're going to be left with is the slob.
Why?
Because all the quality creators will get poached by the more mainstream institutions. They'll become directors and writers, movie stars, and massive musical acts. Once they hit the real big time, they won't need to supply you with little daily video clips anymore, and you'll be stuck with the leftovers. You're still not getting it. We're not just targeting artists. We're turning the entire world into our happily unpaid labor force. We have to make it clear to everyone watching that truly anyone can do this. We call it democracy because we want people to feel like they might have a say in how it all works. We want them to feel like they can understand it if they pay close enough attention to it, like they can figure out what it is the algorithm is selecting for. We want people to feel like they can hack the algorithm and game the system, but the truth is, the harder you look at it, the more you try to understand it, the more elusive it becomes. You'll see countless channels where all they've done is gotten a cute pet, a puppy or a pig or a kitty or a chinchilla, and you'll think that's it. The secret to a hit channel with consistent virality is cuteness, but then you'll see a guy pissing into old water bottles and pushing the aroma from those bottles around the room with dollar store box fans, teaching his audience how to make what he calls piss air, and now you're confused. How could the algorithm want both cute animals and piss air tutorials? You'll see people doing social commentary. You'll agree with their takes. You'll think this person grew an audience by having good, useful opinions, but then you'll see people with some of the most objectively harmful and rancid opinions imaginable, and they'll be doing just as well, if not better, than the person whose opinions you liked. There will be no clearly discernible rhyme or reason to any of it, no logic or lesson, just an entire captive global population of workers who are also consumers, stuck in a machine designed to produce one thing and one thing only: endless content. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds very good.
So good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good for, the species.
Yeah.
Or not.
Right, but let's for sure do it though.
Oh, we're doing it. Gonna make some money, playa.
Bling bling.
Fuck yeah! Money for me is good when it is for me.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
We didn't even talk about AI.
What's wrong with us?
I think we're evil, probably.
No, we definitely are.